Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm David Pavey. The city of Kingston upon Hull, usually abbreviated to just Hull, is located in the English county of Yorkshire, about 150 miles north of London, on the banks of the Hull River, where it meets the Humber estuary. It's an important port city of 500,000 residents, about 25 miles from the North Sea. Well, according to the BBC, in December, a not-for-profit organisation known as Raise the Roof Homeless Project booked 14 twin rooms at the Royal Hotel in Hull for 28 homeless people at a cost of £1,092. That's about $1,400, so that they could spend 2 nights in the celebrated hotel over Christmas. A similar event at the Ibis Hotel in 2017 had proved a great success. As the date approached, however, someone warned the Royal Hotel that this was not a good idea, so the hotel dropped the contract. The bad public relations for the Royal soon spread via Facebook, leading people to make donations worth more than £9,000 or $11,000 to fund an alternate facility. To try to restore its image after an outcry over their cancellation, the Royal then offered to reinstate the booking, but Raise the Roof declined to take them up on it. The damage had been done. Hearing of the huge disappointment for the homeless people, the Doubletree Hilton, a modern luxury hotel, stepped in and offered to accommodate the group free of charge, including breakfast and Christmas dinner. Meanwhile, with the off-again and on-again news, the homeless felt sure that something would go wrong and prevent their dream from becoming a reality. But the dream did come true. Carl Simpson of Raise the Roof reported, "When they got their room cards, you should have seen the smiles on their faces. These people just loved it. One man checked in, fell asleep, and he didn't get up until the next afternoon. He said he didn't want to get up because he felt safe." Think about that. Simpson said it made his day to see so many happy faces around the dinner table. And the hotel also gave each guest a gift bag containing chocolates and toiletries. Now, this story reminded me of a story Jesus told in the Gospel of Luke. A man prepared a great feast and sent out many invitations. When the banquet was ready, he sent his servant to tell the guests, "Come to the banquet, it's ready." But they all began making excuses. One said, "I've just bought a field and must inspect it. Please excuse me." Another said, "I've just bought 5 pairs of oxen and I want to try them out. Please excuse me." Another said, "I just got married, so I can't come." The servant returned and told his master what they had said. His master was angry and said, "Go quickly into the streets and the alleys of the town and invite the poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame." Unlike the homeless of Hull, those invited to this feast in the story Jesus told made excuses. One was concerned about his business, another about his animals, another about his home life. The refusal of such an invitation is almost unthinkable, and it's a slap in the face of the generous donor. The poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame would doubtless be honored to accept such an invitation. And writing to the church in Corinth, the Apostle Paul observed, "Few of you church people were wise in the world's eyes, or powerful, or wealthy when God called you. Where is the wise person? Where is the teacher of the law? Where is the philosopher of this age?" Paul continued, "God in his wisdom made it impossible for people to know him by means of their own wisdom. Instead, by means of the so-called foolish message that we preach, God decided to save those who believe. Jews want miracles for proof, and Greeks look for wisdom. As for us, we proclaim the crucified Christ, a message that is offensive to the Jews and nonsense to the Gentiles. But for those whom God has called, both Jews and Gentiles, this message is Christ, who is the power of God and the wisdom of God. The message is clear. Some people miss out on the blessings of the life of faith through their rejection of the gospel of grace by faith because of their wisdom or independence or busyness or philosophy or disbelief or pride or education. Jesus invites us to a feast, but many blow off the banquet, while those who recognize their need of forgiveness and trust what Jesus did for them by giving his life on the cross enjoy the feast, so to speak. Ask the homeless of Hull whether they regret accepting 2 days free of charge at the Doubletree Hotel. Don't let God's invitation pass you by. And thank you for tuning in to Village Church Connections.